Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to West Virginia University Esports live at U Place Apartments. I am Gabe, and we have a special guest tonight. The name card was updated wrong, it appears, but this is not Kellen Vaughn. This is Noah Johnson. The Noah up next. How you feeling?
Thank you, Gabe, and thank you to the team for letting me finally get on the broadcast. I've been begging. I'm a professional yapper, so I wanted to get on the broadcast. I love watching Call of Duty too, so I loved watching the fellas. So, I'm just excited to be on. I'm ready.
I'm excited to have you on. I mean, you probably know more about COD than I do. Probably watch it more than I do. You're a little closer to some of the COD guys than I am. So it's going to be a fun one. But, tonight, Conestoga. This is week 6, rescheduled match that wasn't played a few weeks ago in NACE. Let's just get into the nitty gritty right now, shall we? Let's pull up that standing screen. Let's take a look at where our Call of Duty team is at. So, bit of a spread here with these rankings, these records. Oklahoma Christian, St. Clair up there at the top have been very good rosters, very good players. I got some challengers players up in there. Down towards the bottom, West Virginia not really getting, not a very good head start on the season. Starting off, I believe 1-2, and then going down to 1-4 the past 2 weeks. Winning the night's gonna be very important against Conestoga, another team down there, 2-4. This rescheduled match, tie them up for the rankings, getting towards playoffs.
Yeah, I would say the record is not everything right now. The guys have looked pretty solid. We've had a couple of rough spurts, a couple of games that probably shouldn't have been dropped, to be honest. But there's been some bright spots. I've really liked, when the camaraderie's there and the team's kind of playing together and they're in like that, as the guys say, the flow state.
Yep.
They're really hard to beat. But the problem is getting to that flow state, right?
Yep.
So they've been practicing all day today. I've heard when I got here, everyone was really dialed in. Some pizza, I think, and they were kind of chopping it up. But the vibes have been good, which is the most important thing, especially for a team that's kind of struggling, right? Because it's really easy to turn on your teammates, start playing the blame game when you're 1-4. So I'm excited that they're still excited to play together and together and try to get this win. So yeah, Conestoga 2-4. They all said it's a very winnable game. They've been watching a lot of VOD, and I think it's just a matchup that they should be able to win. So I'm excited to watch, and hopefully we can get this win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it perfectly there. When the camaraderie's there, record isn't everything. And I also want to point out this Call of Duty team, this roster, they have not played on LAN together. So if they can get through some of those first couple weeks of playoffs and make it to the NACE LAN, Lord knows how well they're going to play down there on an even playing field. Everybody on the stage, everybody has a crowd in front of them.
Yeah.
That could be their secret weapon, and we just don't know yet. Because the boys do seem to be buzzing down there. Like you said, they got the pizza. They got the Call of Duty secret weapon, the diet.
Yeah.
That I believe it's Pizza Al's right across the street.
Shout out.
Shout out. It's right down here. But regardless, like you said, a 2-4 Conestoga team, very winnable, I've heard. And the Mountaineers don't play in College COD right now, but in College COD, Conestoga did lose to Akron just very recently in the past couple days, 3-0. And I think it's fair to point out when the Mountaineers played Akron, they put up a map or two.
Yeah.
And the maps they lost were very, very close. Like we've seen, you also mentioned it against with some of these losses the Mountaineers have. They're up against some of the top teams like Oklahoma Christian, St. Clair, and Cumberland. They were close. Like I've seen a 5-6 search and destroy map, like a 250 to 220 hardpoint map.
Just
3
a
to 2.
couple hills where it's
Exactly.
a kill this way, kill that way, and we're looking at a different.
Absolutely, a different rotate here, a better spawn hold here, and
exactly.
the whole record, the whole season, the whole rankings change. So, this Varsity Premier Super Conference of Call of Duty, anybody's, in my opinion, once we get to the nitty gritty of playoffs. But speaking of the nitty gritty of playoffs, I think it's also important to take a look at the matchups we have tonight to see how they could change based on who wins. So, St. Clair versus Akron is my highlight matchup of the week. I think if any team with losses is going to take down St. Clair, it's going to be Akron, and I think that's a very interesting one. Once we're done here with West Virginia versus Conestoga, if you want to pop over and see St. Clair's stream and see how they're doing, I feel like that's an interesting one to see. Also important to mention, it is not up here, but Conestoga got that second win from a forfeit against, I believe it was against one of the Texas teams.
So kind of a little bit of an asterisk.
A little bit of an asterisk on that 2-4.
Okay.
It's essentially 2-1 and four teams playing. But as you can see, West Virginia's up there twice. There is a double header after Conestoga tonight in Call of Duty. We will be streaming West Virginia Valorant up against University of St. Thomas for some more seeding changes in Valorant. So while that is happening, West Virginia will play the 1-4 Keanu. So there's a chance the Mountaineers go from 1-4 to 3-4 tonight, which would be huge.
I mean, that changes the whole season, right? And at the end of the day, I mean, this is just the regular season.
Yeah.
So as long as you make it into the dance, seeing time and time again, this is March Madness, right?
It is March.
As long as you get into the dance, that's all that matters. So I mean, as long as we just start playing a little bit better, string some wins going into playoffs, I think that's where you can get a little something going. You know,
absolutely, and you get spring break.
Exactly.
You get the spring break. You get to go home, relax, no classes, rejuvenate. Then you hit the VODs first day back, and you're going, fighting toward LAN. It's going to be a really fun end of this regular season, I think. These 2 matches, I wish we could stream both for COD's sake, but, got to give Valorant some love as well.
Of course.
Going to, like I just mentioned, 1-4 to 3-4, it's huge. Just going from a 6 seed to a tied for a 3 seed, pretty much, in one night, right? It's got to be crazy for the mental down there.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, especially the way that this league is broken up, too, because what is the second division called? It's
East
Premier.
1. There's Premier Plus.
And
but
Premier
in
Plus?
Premier, you have, like, Super Conference, East 1, East 2, South 1.
So, like, East 2 is who kind of playing
Yeah, the lower seeds of Super Conference will play the first rounds against the higher seeds in, like, the East 1, East 2 conference to
so,
play
I mean,
against
like,
the rest.
at the end of the day, like, we're not going to be playing any of these. We're going to be matching up against some of these lower team conferences. So if we can get a higher seed to, help us hopefully, win that first round, then, match up better in the second round. Because
build it up.
I mean, at the end of the day, you do want to avoid those top teams like Oklahoma Christian and St. Clair, because those are some really good teams. But at the end of the day, if you want to get the championship, you got to beat everybody. So really doesn't matter what seed you have. Obviously, there's benefits to being a little bit of a higher seed, but you got to just kind of play who's in front of you.
Exactly. Play who's in front of you. I hate to dial in on this again, but when you get to LAN, I'd rather see those OC teams, the St. Clair, the Akron. I'd rather wait to see them till we're on LAN. Speaking of LAN, one of the players that has not played on LAN for us, Tables, I got to sit down with him for a little pregame interview.
Okay.
So I think we'll go ahead and run that before the lobby gets built.
Yeah.
Some housekeeping with that. We're going to run an ad during the first minute and a half of that interview. If you want to catch the entire unedited version of my sit-down conversation with Tables, hit us with a sub, hit us with a Prime sub, whatever you can afford.
Definitely hit the sub.
Yep.
Just
hit the sub. Gotta hit the sub.
Amazon Prime is free, by the way.
Amazon Prime is free.
Who doesn't have Amazon Prime?
I have Amazon.
Exactly.
Right?
You got to hit the sub. I mean, it's free. Free 99.
Free 99. Every cent helps us, build up our equipment, make better content so you can enjoy West Virginia University sports as much as we do. So if you want to see the interview unedited, hit that. If you want to sit through the ad, go for it. You'll miss the first minute and a half of a glorious conversation. With that being said, we're going to send it down to the interview and then meet you back at the other side. Thanks for sending it down, guys. It is Gabe, and today I have an interview with Tables. Very nice of him to sit down today before they play Conestoga. So let's get right into it. Like I just mentioned, you're going to be playing Conestoga on stream tonight at 7 o'clock. Following that, you do have a doubleheader, the second game off stream against Keanu. So you're currently sitting at 1-4, right? Which, not the greatest start to the season as you would like. However, you did come off of a few losses against some of the top teams. St. Clair's up there. Akron's very good.
Yeah, Oklahoma Christian
also topping NACE right now, very good team. So with that, just looking at tonight's matchup, coming off of losses against some of the top teams, and now you have a doubleheader against 2 of the teams a little bit lower in the rankings. Are you guys preparing to, sort of have more competitive game, perhaps win these 2 and then get some more motivation up, or does prep just not change, it's just another match?
I think definitely just keep prepping. We're 1-4, but we think we can win these ones pretty comfortably. So we're putting in extra time outside of practice as well as practice, and just going over. I think it's just routine now. We're just trying to get routine down. So that's our main focus right now.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of routine, you did finally earn your starting spot this past offseason.
Yeah.
So this spring, you are in that starting 4 with Strike, Ethan, and Ciaro. So I wanted a little bit of your insight on how it's been, acclimating to that roster and playing on, especially on Black Ops 6 with the new game this semester. How it's been prepping with them, how that routine has come along, and how you think you personally are improving in both team play and your personal play.
Yeah. So last season I got a couple games in, so I got fortunate for that. Got some main screen time, but yeah, with the new team, I think I started off pretty slow, honestly. I felt like the weaker link, which just gave me a motivating factor to like step it up and put in that extra time because I think I was putting in the least amount at the beginning, and it really showed. So definitely individually, I'm trying to put in more, and then as a team, with CRO's help, especially, kind of just helping us. He's like our in-game leader, kind of, and getting us all on the same page. That's the main focus.
I like that answer being a little introspective, you know. How's that been of learning some of those, you know, I don't want to say shortcomings, but learning places where you need to improve to help support the team? How's that been the past few weeks?
It's been frustrating, I think, especially with like just basic things or like just getting in the mind of like other players and what they think. But I think like rotation-wise or like just angles to hold, everyone knows something that the other person doesn't, so it's always good to bounce off each other.
Absolutely. And I wanted to look more towards playoffs because we only have a couple more weeks left. And if you perform well tonight against this doubleheader, you'll be in a bit of a better seed moving forward to those playoffs, right? So assuming you guys make the LAN in Orlando this spring for the NACE playoffs, how excited are you? How much would it mean to you to go play on LAN with this team? And how do you think you guys will play on LAN? I know I asked Strike and Ethan that a few weeks ago, but I'm curious with you because you guys haven't played on a LAN together. No. So how do you think that experience would be?
I think, one, we can definitely win these two comfortably, and I think we can do a good run in playoffs to make LAN. So if we make LAN, I think we have an advantage, I think. Just everyone being on the same playing field, all players, all anything to connection, equipment, just all in the same place. I think we can definitely make some noise there. And I've only played on LAN once before this, so I definitely am itching to do it again. So.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So one more question, and it's not about Call of Duty. So we have the Day of Giving coming up. I'm sure you guys have been seeing some social posts at this point. So how involved were you in last year's Day of Giving? I cannot remember.
I wasn't like in the program yet officially, but
Okay.
I did participate in the Call of Duty stream with Scroggs, and like he was talking about the program and everything like that.
That's why I asked. I thought I remembered you doing that, but
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. So now being a part of the program this spring, what does it mean to you to be here with the whole program, be involved with all that fundraising stuff, and to see gifts come in? What does it mean to you as a player?
It means a lot because I was wanting to come in the program to begin with, in the first one, so I definitely was watching it as much as I could. I was trying to show support and everything like that, and it looked fun. And this time, just to help with the program and give back, I also want to participate as much as I can again. Awesome. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. For sure. Well, thank you for sitting down again, Tables.
Yeah, thank you. Best of luck tonight. I'm going to send it back upstairs, and you guys enjoy Call of Duty tonight. Welcome back from that little sit down. I instant transmissioned up, like, right? A little bit of a Goku teleport. But I
like it like that though. It keeps you on your toes.
Keeps you on
right?
your toes.
You got to.
Right? Keeps everybody on their toes,
Exactly.
right?
Makes it fun.
It does make it very fun. But Tables, a lot of good stuff to say about, Day of Giving, especially, I think, with that coming up. We'd be remiss to not mention it as little Kobe. Hold on.
Oh, good shot.
I don't miss.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, playing on LAN, like I mentioned, very big deal. But, can't get ahead of ourselves because map picks are in early. We got the maps all ready. So we're starting off with Proto, then going to Skyline, Hachi, Skyline again, red card for the decider. So interesting run through maps.
Yeah.
Interesting run through maps. I will say, talking to some of the players, did not want to see red card first.
Yeah.
So for that first hard point. So I think that's a plus for the Mountaineers.
I don't want to see red card either. I mean, watching red card is just, it's terrible. I hate playing it. I hate watching it. I'm glad that we're not playing it, to be honest. I did not want to see it on hard point. Search and destroy is cool. Hard point, no bueno. So I'm glad that it was not shown.
I am as well. I am happy to see Skyline. Skyline is one of the maps where the Mountaineers have played pretty well. Some of those really close rounds, like I mentioned earlier, have come from Skyline against some of the better teams. So I think against a team like Conestoga, no offense, but not up to that St. Clair, Oklahoma Christian, or Akron level, right, in my opinion. So,
well, I feel like for Skyline, too, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're all good.
I feel like Skyline is perfect for the way that our team is built, right? I mean, we live and die by Yusuf, right? We have for years. He kind of runs the team. He's the team captain. We kind of just play off of him. And Skyline is just a perfect map for his play style because he's just going to be flying around the map, right? Just everywhere. He's here, he's there. I've played with him, and you just never know. Honestly, he saves me more times than I can count because you know, I'm getting like just killed and he comes flying over. Like, dude's insane. He's just so good at the game. But Skyline is just a perfect map for him because he can just fly around and just because it's so small and just like so many of those tight like windows and, you know, just not a lot of running around and just like quick gunfights, it's just perfect for him. So I think Skyline Hardpoint, like I definitely give us the advantage for that one. But it always comes down to the control. Like, control is just so underrated. For the teams that don't practice control, like even the pro teams, it can always just come back to bite you. And some teams, you know, just practice control. They know they're going to win the control, and like it just gives you that one free win. And you know, one win out of a best of 5, right? Like, it's underrated.
It's
like, people don't put as much stake into it because it is only 1 out of the 5 games. But I always love the teams that, you know, can consistently win the controls.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think that control is going to be super cool.
And if you're down 2-0 and then you end up getting that really good control map, that could swing a lot of momentum to the team that is trying to mount the comeback. I think it's also good to say Vault, not been one of our better maps, not in the pool tonight for these picks. So that is good. No Vault, I think, for the Mountaineers is a plus. So these map picks, map bans definitely went our way, in my opinion. Although decider red card, if it goes to 5 maps, I'm not going to be too happy with our chances on the red card, you know, unless, you know, CRO's AR and Table's AR can really make something happen, because that's, in my opinion, a bit of an AR-heavy map with the really long angles down mid and over on the outside by stairs. So, going to be an interesting one. Going to be an interesting matchup. I'm really interested to see how Conestoga plays it, especially with, you know, J. Ray and Neb. I've been seeing a lot of film on them against Akron and against some of these other teams. They can shoot. I'll say that much. They can shoot.
Good to know. Yeah, I did zero research on our opponents. I'm not gonna lie. You guys just kind of threw me out here, and you know, vibes guy,
That's
right?
fine.
But J Ray does sound like a good player.
Yeah.
Like, if I see him in ranked play, I'd be like, okay, that guy. You know, I hope he's on my team. So
For sure.
But as long, if we can stop their best player, always key, right? In Call of Duty, it's a little bit tougher. You can't just take one guy out of the game. But I think those gunfights, you know, with their best player, if we can kind of get them on tilt a little bit, you know, kill them early and just kind of take them out of their game, you know.
Absolutely. I have been seeing some of those maps where they lose that, you know, we're close at the beginning. It's where some of their better players are losing some of those early duels. They get low in that KD, and then, you know, if they're not carrying, it just ends up mounting for the opposing team. So it might just end up being like a CRO versus JDiff. You know what I'm saying? Like if CRO wins a few of those early fights,
right? Like, guys, you start out 1-6. I mean, that's what I feel like separates professional players and like these collegiate players, right? Is that like you got to be able to come back from when you're 1-6, because everyone's gonna lose a couple 50-50 gunfights,
100%.
right? Like, it's gonna happen. Sometimes it's just bad timing. You get COD timing. It happens to everybody. With the best players in the world, anyone. Even me, right? Like, I mean, but so when you're 1-6, right, you gotta still be bringing the energy, comms, and you can see that in some guys, you know, even on our team, right? The vibes go down when you start 1-6, and that's where, you know, one guy's vibes turn down and it kills the whole team, right? And then you can easily just get slammed. So it's super important for every team to just, when especially your best player, when you start off slow, to bring that energy, keep it going, you know, because if you don't, like, it's so easy to get slammed and, you know, just chalk the game.
No, absolutely. And you know, outside of the more mental aspect and, like, you know, keeping the vibes high, something I've seen the Mountaineers struggle with a little bit is their pace. It looks like the 4 players, you know, like I said, first semester with this 4 in, you know, Strike and Tables both earning that starting spot after this past winter off season, right? To be totally frank, you already mentioned it, CRO plays super quick. Some of these other players don't really play up to that speed, so seeing them try to, you know, manage the rotations, manage what angles they take, when they take them, what you know the gunfights they take, when they take them. Search is a big deal. CRO can sometimes play a little bit quicker than the others are used to. I'm really interested to see if players like Strike and Tables can, you know, manage that pace, because they are a little bit slower compared to how CRO plays. So little things like holding the angle. How long do you hold this angle? You know, Ethan might hold an angle for a second and dip, while Tables and Strike might hold it for 3 or 4 seconds before they dip, which can change the whole rotate of a team, right? So little things like that also affect that mental.
Oh, for sure.
Like, if CR is moving real quick, somebody's not where he expects them to be, it can, you know, throws it off a little bit.
And the thing is, these guys all have it in them. I've seen them play
Yes.
just by themselves, right? You watch their streams or you just play together with them in ranked play, and you know they have the talent in them. I think the biggest thing, though, is just like the familiarity with like just everyone's play style, which, like you said, this is their first season playing together. So, you know, just learning everybody, just the little things about everyone's game style is so crucial in a game like Call of Duty. So, like you said, just the timing is just super important.
Very
so
important.
I think just the more we play together, the more reps we get, which is why this regular season is so important too, is getting the reps together.
100%.
But yeah, I'm excited. Who you got as the MVP? That most?
Oh, we're getting into
maybe not
predictions.
the MVP, but just like
We're getting
the
into
guy.
predictions. Okay. I think I think West Virginia wins. I think it's going to be 3-1.
Okay.
I think it's going to be 3-1. I think we drop hardpoint, and then I think we come back on search and search. We drop first hardpoint. Excuse me. We come back on search control. Take the second hardpoint. I'm gonna take the safe pick and say CRO.
Okay.
Topping the KD at least. In terms of just most valuable player, I could see Ethan making a run at it tonight. Ethan's been on the grind.
His vibes were high downstairs.
Vibes were high downstairs.
They
You know,
were.
he was a bit cranky because, you know, shout out Strike was late bringing his pizza over. So a bit cranky waiting on his food for a couple hours. Once he got that pizza in him, a little bit better in terms of the locker room vibes. So I could see Ethan sneaking in there, you know, with the SMG, making some waves on these maps. But safe pick, CRO MVP. Safe pick, I think Mountaineers 3-1.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna call it DoorDash special. I'm thinking Mountaineers win 3-0, right? And my MVP is gonna be none other than Strike himself.
Okay.
Who, I mean, he's having a great week, or I guess this past week, because I don't know if you heard, but he is an intramural champion as well.
He is an intramural soccer champion.
Yeah.
There we go. Football.
I mean, he's
football.
tough. He's good. I've seen him
is.
play. He's a
He
good
is.
player. So I think he's going to kind of bring that momentum into this match. And I don't know how many kills he's going to drop on the hard pointer control, but I think he's really going to carry in the search and destroy. I think he's going to go 9-3 destroy, top the team for that.
Okay.
And yeah, I think we DoorDash special him 3-0. I mean, I think this is what starts our we're going to start a little march.
Sure.
A little run. It starts tonight. It starts tonight. I'm calling it.
I love this. March starts here.
March starts
This
now.
March Madness starts now.
It
And it's
starts
going
now.
to playoffs, and we're going to see Strike go crazy. You know, Strike, not only being an intramural champion, today, he showed up in the khakis with the polo on.
Exactly.
He
Well,
is-
he walked in and he was looking mad drippy. I
he
was
had a,
like,
he had a
okay.
career fair, walking straight into the facility with a, you know, backpack on. He's got the carabiner with the keys. He's got a polo and khakis. He's dressed for success, and I think he's going to play with some success tonight. Table's also in there, you know, telling me he went on a run today.
Okay.
He never runs. He went on a run today.
Exactly.
So the vibes are
everyone's
high.
kind of changing things up.
Yeah.
Today. They were like, we gotta
You
change
know
the
what?
mojo, and I'm loving it.
We're 13 days into March. Something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
We're hitting the madness. We're hitting it hard. And, you know, 6:58, Lobby's going to get in soon. So let's go ahead and predict for Keanu as well.
Okay.
So, you know, don't know as much against Keanu because it wasn't on stream. I didn't prep for that as much. But sitting at 1-4.
Well, if you didn't prep, then I for sure didn't prep. Like, there is zero preparation.
We've seen Keanu. Some of those other leagues, not great. You know, lower like in college COD, Conestoga is in the top 25 nationally in the rankings. Keanu not up there. Keanu 1-4. They don't have the gimme forfeit win in their record in NACE, sitting down tied with us at 1-4. I think the Mountaineers have a very good chance against Keanu. I know last semester was a sweep. I believe last semester with a different roster, we beat them 250 to like 60 on hardpoint, something like that. So I could imagine West Virginia. I'm going to go with your DoorDash special for Keanu, 3-0. And I'm going to say Tables is going to have a day against Keanu. But I think for this first one, when everybody's fully locked, I think my prediction stands. But I'm curious what you think about Keanu. A bit of a lower team on the ladder here compared.
Well, I think I obviously would love to see a 3-0, right?
Yeah.
But it really just depends on what goes on in this series, right? I've played so many double headers and just
True.
back-to-back games, and it just all goes off of the first game. If you struggle in the first game, if we lose the first series, the second series is chalked. Like, I don't know. You need the mental to be able to lock in, and I honestly just don't think the guys have that in them, to be honest. So if we lose the first series, I think we're cooked in the second series. On the flip side, if we perform well in the first series, I think we're going to be able to carry it over to the second series. So it's really hard to make a prediction now. But I'm going to say we 3-0 them too. I think we win 6-0 in map counts
Six
today.
maps in a row would be gorgeous.
Yeah, I think the vibes are just insanely high. I think the guys are shooting well. I saw them shooting bots. Their shots were looking pretty solid today. But yeah, I think those double tethers are tough. They're tough. Getting that second game in and just trying to be able to refocus in. That's because just all your energy and just like your adrenaline is just like cooked after that series, especially a long series, right? Like if you lose 3-2 on a heartbreaker search and destroy, trying to get back into that second series, I mean, good luck. Like you're cooked. But hopefully we win 3-0, can kind of chill out for a little bit till the second series and win another series.
Absolutely. I mean, I've done some casting doubleheaders. I'm casting a doubleheader tonight. I couldn't imagine playing. Being on the sticks for a doubleheader. That's going to be exhausting. My voice gets tired. I have trouble mentally locking in for the second one.
Exactly.
Couldn't imagine going through another full map pick ban, prepping, going through the whole game. Sounds exhausting. But like you said, I think if we take that first one, I still think 3-1. I think we're going to drop a map to Conestoga, but I think we're going to come back and win the 3-1. Keanu, I'm sticking with the 3-0. I think a doubleheader is going to be gorgeous. Also, with that, if we can get through a doubleheader with 2 Ws, and like if what you're saying is correct, go through a 6-0, just imagine the vibes going into playoffs, dude. March is going to be crazy.
We're on the up and up.
We're on the up, dude.
We're going
St.
up.
Patty's Day this weekend as well.
St. Patty's Day this weekend? Out.
Shout out St. Patrick. Getting 6 maps in a row, going into St. Patrick's Day weekend, going into spring break, going to be gorgeous for these fellas. Maybe a beach trips on the horizon.
I heard Tables is
Impromptu.
Irish, so I think he's going to actually have a great.
Is he Irish?
He might be.
Hey,
Honestly,
luck at the Irish. You know what? I changed Tables MVP for both. Luck at the Irish.
I mean, this is his week.
Yeah, and I just got the word we are in lobby. We're waiting, so
All right, let's go.
map's going to come up pretty soon.
I'm stoked.
I'm also stoked. I'm excited. How you feeling up here? Yeah,
I'm a little nervous. I don't really like being on this side, to be honest. I'm a lot more. Well, a lot more calmer just playing. It's a lot less nerve-wracking.
For sure.
Because
the only time you've been up was in Pittsburgh for Madden, excuse me, NCAA. So good college football.
I've done a couple Madden games. I've never done Call of Duty though. So usually I'm just sitting in my living room in my boxer, yelling at the TV, watching the COD League. But now I'm up here, a little bit more professional. Got the polo on and
Absolutely.
everything.
You got the polo, got the headset, got the microphone.
Yeah.
You got it all. But it's gonna be a fun one. COD versus Conestoga. We haven't had COD on stream in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So it's going to be refreshing, I think, for the audience,
Yeah,
for all those tuning in, and also refreshing for any of your fans that are popping into chat, seeing you in a bit of a different vibe, different scenario here.
Yeah.
It's like a zoo. You're like,
I mean,
put him in a different
guess.
enclosure, see what he does, right?
Yeah. You know me. Well, I'm glad we're not doing Valorant, to be honest, because I love our Valorant guys. I love the game, but I don't understand it at all.
When I first asked you to come on a COD, I thought about asking to do a doubleheader with Val, but I was like, we got some Val guys that would probably be more comfortable with it. So
I mean, I could definitely be the third guy here and just bring nothing but energy and vibes. But I literally couldn't tell you what was going on. I watched almost every game last year, and I still could not tell you what is going on.
That's fair. It took me a while. It took me a few
game.
months of grinding competitive in that game before I really got to understand what was going on when I cast it. But that being said, sneak peek, Berg, the beloved Berg is going to be casting the Valorant sub. Been here for a while. We've seen him play a lot. It's going to be up here casting.
Guy.
Very good guy. Love Berg. I saw him walking in through the window down there. So very excited to have him up here. I haven't had him on the mic before, so should be fun. 2 news in one day. 2 special guests in one day, and that's what this magical week is all about. Magical March, magical week.
I'm excited.
Also, I didn't get to catch the end just as we're waiting for the lobby. I don't want to go too off topic, but the Mountaineer basketball team was playing. How'd that game end up? Last time I saw, we were up 5, and then I stopped watching because I was getting stream ready. I'm getting a thumbs down from camera.
Yeah, we lost.
Oh,
Which honestly, not the worst thing because we are guaranteed the tournament, right?
Sure.
So don't get tired. We're gonna refresh a little bit. The Big 12 tournament, whatever. We didn't need this one. We're going for the big one, right? So me and Rob are actually looking downstairs. They're saying that we're gonna be possibly playing Marquette in the first dub. And then,
I don't know.
Then
Marquette.
play Auburn in the second round, easy dub. Johnny Broom, who?
I don't know. Marquette's
They've
one
never
of those
heard
teams.
of Javon Small, clearly.
Yeah, was DeVries still out? He's still out.
Yeah,
correct?
he's out for the
Out
season.
Ah, rest
But
in
we
peace.
have a guy by the name of Yesif who's clearly playing his best ball right now. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
we're gonna be hooping. Auburn who? And then
Yep.
after that, then we're the 1 seed. So I'm excited.
With that being said, I haven't gotten a word yet. I'm going to ask if we can take a bit of a 30-second break. We're on a 30-second ad. We'll be back in game when we come back, if that's okay, if I can get the thumbs up from production. Okay, perfect. We're going to send it to a 30-second break. If you want to miss the ad, hit us with a sub. If not,
Yeah, if
you
you
watch
want to
that
just
BRB
look at us
screen.
for 30 seconds, hear the behind the scenes, then sub for free, Twitch Prime.
Yep, we're going to send it to a break. We'll catch you on the other side. 30-second break, ad break. We're live. Welcome back, everybody. I'll be totally honest. I have a Snickers bar in my mouth. But first map, looking at protocol. Will our pregame selections be correct? Will the boys be ready?
They're going to be ready. What's key here is just the swing into P2, right? You want to make sure you get the spawns for P2. Let's see what side we're on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, P1 doesn't really matter. You know, kind of play a little dirty in there. You know, just kind of play a little bit rough.
Absolutely.
15-15, and then you know, 2. So.
I have noticed when the Mountaineers are, you know, when they let it kind of break down and get a little sloppy, you know, get some of those 1v1s, it can be a bit of a, you know, the scrappiness, I think, kind of feeds to how they play. And as we're going to see Strike over here already trying to hit that capture point, building some of that points. Conestoga, 5 little gimmies at the beginning. That's not going to matter in the long run. Ethan with that Jackal AR. Love that skin, or excuse me, SMG. Love that skin he's got tonight. Strike's going to go down at Fountain on point defending. The Mountaineers are not going to lose any of that control just yet. The rotations seem to be pretty clean here, but Oreo McFrizzy.
Yeah, that was a big 2-piece by Oreo.
Very big 2-piece from Oreo McFrizzy. You know, typically just Frizzy. I do love adding the Oreo Mick in front of it tonight. But regardless, so far, J-Ray, like we mentioned in pregame, already
big
at
kill
6.
by J-Ray. Needed that by Tables. He's
absolutely.
on 5 right now.
Already at 6-1, a streak already on the way from J-Ray. Will go down, but Strike and Ciaro already dead at the moment, so Conestoga taking the lead 26-15. Yeah, at the P2 here.
Yeah, like you mentioned, J-Ray, I can see this guy is shooting well right now. 7-2.
He's shooting well. He's shooting well. Tables now at 1-4. Going down again behind the tank there. Nothing much to work with here. The Mountaineer Ciaro is going to try to take a lot of space up mid. Going to look for this guy up on stairs.
He's going to get him.
He's going to get him. We are going to switch over to see Ethan lose that duel. Bit of Peeker's advantage, not going his way with that slide. Strike now up on the top, trying to pick someone out, but that corner held so well. Savvy, the last one alive for Conestoga on point, but not giving up any control. 55 and counting now for Conestoga. Don't want to give up this point.
P2 and setting up for P3 here. And this is a big hill. We're all set. Strike needed to hold that now. Number 5 is Tables. He's going to have to rotate. Gets 1. Did not see the guy under him. Drop. Good kill by Ethan. And yeah, this is going to be another scrappy hill. Unless Ethan can string another one together. Another kill.
Looking for the third. The slide couldn't quite snap over fast enough. Oreo McFrizz with the 2-piece. Ciaro going down is going to be massive here for Conestoga on this rotate. But Tables taking out Savvy. Neb finding the one onto Strike, but Ethan looking for another 2-piece here on the point, defending it. There's a slide coming through here momentarily. He finds the first, looking for a second through the door. Not there quite yet. Ethan finding another 2-piece, not quite. The opponent sitting at very low, probably about 1 HP. I would imagine I'd be yelling at my screen. But the Mountaineers still not ticking.
We got 30 seconds here, and we're going to get the scrap time, which is huge. If we can get it to 60 here and roll into 4, this is a big hill, though, because it is impossible to break P4 if you can get a setup going. Get scrappy. J-Ray with the 3-piece. Oh, my God. This guy is frying right now.
Yeah, Ethan stunned there. I think he made the right decision sliding in, trying to take that gunfight, but did not come out on top. Strike now. Fighting with Tables on the stairs, walking in. There's
one.
Absolutely, here comes the hit.
All right, they got the trades. It's all on Ciaro. Nice. Ethan and Ciaro get the break. And all right, now we broke it. That's a huge break, because that hill is super hard to break if you get a nice setup in. And now Tables has a great heady.
Absolutely great heady, like you said, with that aims. An AR player through and through is Tables. Ethan finding the trade on the stairs. Can't find another little bit of a double swing there on Ethan. Not much he can do, getting overwhelmed. Hardpoint inching closer, the Mountaineers are now 77-90, but haven't been able to get that tie, get that lead just yet. You do play to 250, plenty of time. Mountaineers have another couple fights here before they're going to start playing for the next point, though.
Yeah, this wasn't a terrible first rotation for the Mountaineers. They really just struggled in P2 at the end of P1. They couldn't get the spawns for P2. So I look here, last 20 seconds of P1, if they can get the spawns for P2, that's really going to be where they can hopefully kind of get this lead back. Or I guess get the lead first. I don't think they've had the lead all game.
Have not had the lead. It started off 5-0. I think it was like 7-5 lead maybe, but a little bit of a gimme lead. Very good kill by Strike. Something the Mountaineers have kind of struggled with are the spawns, though. So we'll see if they're able to keep that up as they go. You know, they start to inch toward, evening up the scoreline, almost at 90. Ciaro holding mid, watching this angle. The Conestoga players, though, are playing up in the building. One walks out. Ciaro misses him. COD timing. They're missing the angle. The slide through does find the kill. 13 and 10 and counting for Ciaro. Is he going to find the spawn hold?
Nice.
He does. Finds the kill in a J-Ray. A table swung on while the reload is active. 9 and 15. Not ideal for wide tables in this first map, but still the Mountaineers cut the lead a little bit, but Conestoga takes it back over, and Mountaineers are going to have to play for the spawns again.
Yeah, here's where we're outslaying them. We just kind of got to get in the hill. Everyone's playing pretty well. Tables obviously could get a couple more kills, but it looks like he's kind of playing in the hill. Second. But big kills by oh my God. I mean, McFrizzy just wipes the whole team. Christ.
Absolutely. A 7 streak for Oreo McFrizzy right now. Absolutely diabolical gunplay from this fella. J-Ray is going to continue it with an SMG kill onto Ciaro. Oreo McFrizzy 1 kill away from that double positive. Ethan does find it on a J-Ray, and there's McFrizzy increasing the streak to 8 with a kill on a tables. Savvy finding Ciaro. McFrizzy finding another on the strike. McFrizzy's unstoppable right now, and their hill is unattackable at the moment.
McFrizzy's running through the lobby right now. I mean, he's a pub lobby the way he's killing our guys. He's on a 10. I mean, that's insane.
Absolutely.
This P3 is big. Hopefully he can get the spawns here. Ethan's going for spawns. He should bad timing. Runs into the hill by. I don't know what Ethan's doing right there. Why did he run into the hill by himself? Should have kind of sit in the back and held spawns, but this is not good. This is not looking good. The team is not playing together, which I guess you mentioned has happened. The team does just not play together, and when you're just going at a hill one by one, easiest kill in Call of Duty, right?
It's the easiest kill in any game.
Exactly.
Just lining up one by one, filing.
Like, the team kind of just fell apart. After that 3-piece by McFrizzy, it kind of just, I don't know, the lead's blossoming right now for Conestoga.
Yeah, Strike does find a kill, but immediately traded. Ethan gets the trade back, though, but once again, killed on the hill. Conestoga's nearing that 200 point.
They have 2 guys in the hill, and we're hitting it one by one. So get 1 kill, they just get the trade, and they're just going to be able to hold the hill all game.
Yeah, Oreo McFrizzy nearing a 30-piece here on that one. J-Ray not far behind with 20. Ciaro does find a kill here.
2.
Looking to go
He's
even.
Gotta stay alive at least down here. Wait for the teammates. Great. Perfect. And Ethan gets the 3rd, and now we're set up. That is how you set up for a hill. Nice. Good kill by Ethan.
Absolutely.
And now we are posted up in here, and this needs to be a full 60 seconds in order to get back in the game. Another kill. That's 4. Savvy takes down Strike.
Absolutely. Ethan topping the scoreboard right now with 20 and 18, and, you know, I'd be remiss not to mention throwing down that trophy system. Nobody throws down a trophy like Ethan.
Great kill by you.
Absolutely.
Needs 1 more.
Diabolical.
Gets him. Nice. Attaboy. All right, 30 seconds. Hopefully, they should be able to hold this, and then we go right back into the 3rd swing, back at P1. This is a big 25 seconds, though. Hopefully, they can hold.
If you can
Looks
hold
like
this,
they're hitting it 1 more time.
You can hold this, get to 160. You're only, you know, half a point away from tying this up at 200, but Conestoga's going to flip it right there at the end, which is not ideal for the Mountaineers. Every point's going to matter here as you get toward the latter end of this map here on Protocol. Ciaro going up the zip. Is he going to find? He does. Did not have his headset plugged in, apparently. Finding a 2-piece. 3 dead now for the Mountaineers, in favor of the Mountaineers, excuse me. Neb going down that last one. Oh, Ciaro's going to swing, but a little bit of a gun diff there in favor of Neb. Ethan finding the trade, but Savvy, J-Ray, Savvy again, cleaning it up, and Conestoga's back on top. We're going to see a cruise missile come in for Ciaro. Could be massive for this next rotate.
Yeah, we need to get some kills here. This cannot be a little chippy.
He does find 1 on Savvy.
They got to string some together, which is big, though, for Protocol, because you can easily string 3 hills together and score 100 points before the other team scores 10. But they cannot be trading back and forth right now. Can't be trading kills. Someone's going to have to step up for the team. Ethan gets 1. Big 20 seconds here, but the other team's already setting up for P2, right? Because they know if they can get 20, 25 seconds on P2, that's going to be game. So this rotation to P2 is going to be huge. Great kill by Ethan. Got to get him up in the window. Oh, it appears they're giving not go top window.
Just giving up the point here.
Yeah, they're all rotating over to P2. So this is going to come down to who is over there? 7. Strike. Strike's the only one over there. He's just got to stay alive. Stay alive. Doesn't stay alive. And this map.
This map might be chalked. It might be winnable.
Yeah,
Ciaro
this is going to be difficult. Yeah,
would be a very difficult hill to 1 by 1 again. Strike does stop the bleeding. Ethan and Strike each getting a kill. So could be possible if you can, you know, get a good little triple hit here. Maybe 3 players running in, but Ciara is going to try to do it all himself, sliding in. Ethan right behind him, does find one. Can he get 2? Not quite 2, still on the hill for Conestoga, and impenetrable. We're 3 seconds away from Conestoga taking map 1, and it looks like my prediction is coming to light, assuming the Mountaineers can come back.
Great game, but
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's bad to just get killed. I mean, it really felt like they were playing 2 versus 4. I didn't even see the other 2 guys on their team, to be honest. J-Ray and Oreo McFlurry absolutely carried Conestoga. I mean, this guy had a 10-piece. It's hard, hard to win a game when someone gets 10 straight kills in Call of Duty.
Yes, good point.
But this hill was big. Strike needed to stay alive. I don't know if it was kill right here, but he needed to stay alive when there was 3 dead, just so they had someone in the hill. And he kind of just pushed a 1v1 and wasn't able to get. And that kind of just gave up Pete.
Absolutely. I mean, Ethan, 27 kills, but the 24 deaths kind of make that a little bit more of a stinky line. Same with Tables, 15 and 31 is not ideal
not
here.
The best game.
Look at Oreo McFrizzy, a 35-piece. You know, if the Mountaineers hold the hill a little bit longer, we're going to see a 40-piece out of Oreo McFrizzy. And absolutely nuts game, like you said, from J-Ray and Frizzy there. Conestoga showing their stuff on a protocol. What do you see? What do you want to see on Skyline here, map 2?
I mean, they got to play together. It seemed like they were playing together fine in the first rotation. You know, you lose a couple points. I think they were down 20, 30.
Yeah.
But I felt like the game fell apart right when McFlurry got, or McFrizzy, Oreo,
McFrizzy,
guy, Oreo, Mr. Oreo. Right when Oreo got that 3-piece, and I'm pretty sure P3, game was over.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure if I was listening in, we obviously don't have a listening into the comms for West Virginia, but I bet you the comms went silent, and there was just no more comms the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Because you could just tell nobody was playing together anymore. There was obviously some bright spots down in the vault. They held that for pretty well, but I don't know. I felt like the team just wasn't playing together at all, which is not very good. And you really you can't let one guy beat you. I mean, which is clearly what happened here. But good thing about this, it's not a best of 1, right? It's a best of 5.
Best of 5.
So, you know, circle the troops. Hopefully, coach is telling them something, you know, getting them back locked in. And, you know, play some search and destroy here on Skyline, which I think is one of our better maps.
One of our better maps, indeed. I would say one of our better game modes, search and destroy, like I mentioned. Not a lot of wins, but a lot of close ones. You know, I believe I want to go back a few weeks. If I look back a few weeks on Search and Destroy, we were up, I believe, 4-0 on one of the top 3 teams. I think it might have been Akron. Okay. We were up 4-0, ended up losing 6-4 or 6-5. It was on protocol, though. So, you know, Skyline might be a different story if we can get a decent lead coming in on the attack portion. It just comes down, can you defend the Search and Destroy? That's where a lot of these problems have come from, in my opinion.
Yeah, and what is defense? That's just a team game. Defense is a team game. Offense, you can win with one guy, right? You can get a little 2-piece and you can win a match or win a round just like that. Defense is a lot more team-oriented, so it makes sense that we're struggling on defense. But, yeah, hopefully we're able to flush that one. It seems like we were shooting fine. I mean, we were I think we were outslaying them at the beginning before. Like, after the first rotation, it felt like we were outslaying them. I don't know.
Absolutely, definitely outslaying it. It wasn't until that 7-8 kill streak from Frizzy where it really went the other way.
Exactly. So we're not getting outgunned. It's really just out strategy, I guess. So search and destroy. Hopefully, you know, play a little bit better.
Now we're getting back into this next map here on Skyline CDL Search and Destroy. Edge of my seat to see this one. You know, Search and Destroy is one of my favorite to watch, probably because it's more like Valorant, and I know more about Valorant in terms of casting. I can kind of talk about the bomb, post plant, stuff like that. But regardless, getting right into this one, I'm interested to look at this map specifically. I've heard from the horse's mouth, from Ethan, talking to Ethan Strike, Ciaro. They prefer the Search and Destroy because there's no spawns to hold. There's no spawns to watch out for.
Makes sense, yeah.
So, yeah, if you can just go out.
The guy's gun.
Exactly. If you can just go out and outslay, then you're good. And Ethan.
I love this. I love this.
Quick plant.
Yeah.
Quick plant.
Let's get the bomb down. Let's slay him.
Getting the bomb down very early, and Tables is going to open it up with a
Attaboy,
kill.
Tables.
McFrizzy and J-Ray both down, the 2 players that performed the best.
Fine. All right, perfect. 2-on-1. Should be around 1.
Instant trade from Strike on Neb. Absolutely flawless round 1 for the Mountaineers, going up 1-0 here on Search and Destroy. Can they keep it up?
I mean, we hope so. I mean, that's exactly how you want to play Search and Destroy, and I love that we didn't play timid, didn't play scared. Instantly got the bomb down, got the call, hey, we're going A. Whoever makes the call told him, hey, we're going A. Ethan gets the bomb down. Tables perfectly set up for that first blood, gets the kill that's needed. And once you get the first blood and get the bomb down, it's almost impossible to lose that round.
Yep, absolutely. Especially, I think I mentioned it originally, but when McFrizzy and J-Ray are your first to fall, the two players that almost dropped 30, 40 kills in map 1, it's going to be hard to come back from if you are Conestoga. And now we're looking at Ethan on the defending side. This time the Mountaineers,
they are four
four-man rushing up on Cat. The Mountaineers, looks like Ethan's, a couple of them going for a bit of a back flank here.
Yeah, this is not good. They have B set up. This is going to be really tough to break here. Someone's going to have to make a play. And it looks like it's going to be Ciaro, and he's not able to.
Yeah, with Tables already down, Ciaro's going to look to take first contact there. Ethan just going for a swim.
That was a great play call by for pushing catwalk. I mean, WVU just was not prepared for it at all. They had nobody catwalk. Two guys went underneath, and I think Tables went to kitchen. So they just had nobody there. I mean, that was a great play called by Conestoga. Not sure if they've seen that on film or something, or that's just a thing, but shout out to them. That was a smart play.
Looked like a challengers or a pro level play. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out of a CDL VOD.
Yeah, I mean, it's very risky because you have 4 guys. If they call it out, if they have 1 guy even there, you mean cooked and 4 dead. So it's kind of risky out of them, but it worked out.
Kind of risky, but if it works,
exactly.
If it ain't broken,
right
don't
back
fix
into
it.
A. Great kill by Yusuf. Another dead. And they're trapped in kitchen here. This should be easy. 4 should wrap around. Hopefully get the comms. It shouldn't even be necessary. Yep, trade. Perfect.
Great round.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Skyline is. It's a small map, right? So it's going to be super quick gunfights. And, it's just going to be quick rounds.
And what did we mention pregame? The attack half is where the Mountaineers are going to shine. The defense, can they keep it up? We're going to look at this final kill. Tables getting on the board there. 4 kills, 2 deaths. I mean, you said it. Tables was gonna be on top, or no, Strike, you said, was gonna be on top in the search and destroy.
Yeah, no, but I'm loving this out of Tables because obviously he had a rough map 1. Very easy to see.
Yeah.
Very easy to say that he had a rough map 1. So I love that he's out here getting 4 and 2, 3 streak back in this search. And it's great that he was able to wipe it. And it looks like, I mean, we've been able to own the kitchen big. Get some damage here by Yusuf, get some more damage, but it doesn't matter.
It was a really nice pre-fire from Ciaro, getting some chip on 2 players, but they're going to heal that up, and 2 dead. This is, like you said, hard for Ciaro and Strike to try to fight this. Ciaro taken down before he could even take the aggressive angle. Now Strike's all alone at Hot Tub, going down, and another defense lost by the Mountaineers, another attack won by Conestoga. This is going to be a who can win a defense round.
Yeah, I mean, four offenses, 4 wins, right? So just really, like you said, who can get that first defensive stop? And it's just going to come down to if you can get that first blood, right? Because I'm pretty sure all four rounds, the offense has got that first blood.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and it's come from one of those early duels down long through kitchen.
Yeah, with the ARs, of course. So I would love to see, kind of what Conestoga did in that first round. If WVU did that kind of a little catwalk play, what do you know? They're going catwalk.
There they go. Not all 4, though, just 2. 2 still going down toward kitchen, but looks like they kind of sniffed it out. Frizzy looking for the fight. Tables getting taken down from that angle, down by Piano, and Strike, the last one alive, going down as well. This time, Conestoga finds a defense. The Mountaineers on the back foot, down 3-2.
Yeah, I don't love that. They split up for the first time in a while. With only 2 guys going catwalk and Strike kind of kitchen. I just don't really love that. Every other round, every offense is kind of 4-hit everything together, which obviously it's harder to kill 4 guys than 2 guys. So I didn't really like splitting up, and they just weren't able to get that first kill. They're just losing every gunfight to this J-Ray guy. He's hooping. Him and McFrizzy are just winning this match for again.
Yeah, 6 for 2 deaths right now in favor of J-Ray. Conestoga still showing their stuff. Back on top 3-2. Can the Mountaineers clap back? Strike already taking so much damage before he even pulls out his gun. Not ideal. Taking down that poke. But, like you said, perfect. Savvy going down early on the other side. Ciaro. I mean, even 3v3 Ciaro. A bit of an ego challenge there in kitchen. Strike now low HP, trying to get healed up before he takes one of these gunfights. Does have the AR. The range is there, but Strike goes down. 2v3.
Strike really played his life there perfectly. I mean, he stayed alive for as long as possible, and he allowed his teammates to kind of be able to get flank going on these guys. Ethan, nice. Back to 2v2. Hopefully these guys play together. They get the flank going. Did not see J-Ray, but great flank by J-Ray. But honestly, Strike made the play for the team. WVU had that round 1, to be honest. Yusuf kind of ego child, which was just not a smart play. They should have backed off once you're up 3, make them plant the bomb, and kind of just play together. But anyways, after that, it's 3v3. Strike got found out, and they 3-hit Strike in the corner back of the map. 3 hit him. And Strike stayed alive for as long as possible. And Tables and Ethan were able to flank them, but for some reason got some shots on them, but didn't do it. And just let Strike go out there and die. So, I don't know. I would have liked to see them kind of push those guys with the flank, and I think they kind of would have been.
Yeah.
That's a tough loss. Getting that first blood and losing is a tough loss.
Absolutely. J-Ray sitting at 9-2. Tables looking for the first kill. He does find first blood here. Excuse me, no, Ori McFrizzy technically does. The trade is onto Savvy, but Ethan and Tables fall right after, and as soon as it starts, the first trade happens, and Conestoga takes advantage. Mountaineers cannot. 5-2. Looked promising towards the beginning for the Mountaineers, but cannot get the team play down, it appears.
Yeah, they are losing these AR fights right now, and if you're losing the AR fights on Skyline, if your strategy is to push Kitchen and kind of win the AR fights and you're just not winning them, you are going to lose. Simple as that. So would like to see them kind of go to something different here. They probably aren't, and they just keep on challenging at J-Ray, and he's on an 8-kill streak. This guy is just outgunning us, which we need to change the strategy, or we're just going to keep on losing.
And Neb turning it on the past few rounds on a 3-kill streak. Strike once again taking a lot of damage, trying to play his life, peeking once again. Tables falling.
J-Ray.
Ciaro is going to get the challenge, but does he see the last player coming through? They do know where Savvy is.
Hopefully
2v1.
they get together though. 4 should get to 1. It appears they're playing separated though, which I don't absolutely love this. Strike should back up and kind of get over Yusuf. But instead they're just kind of watching the opposite lanes. Don't hate this. They know where he's at. Just play his life. Perfect by Strike to play his life. Called out where he's going to be at.
Yeah, Savvy toying with the idea of going cat. Now he will go cat. Ciaro caught him.
Yeah, that was
finds that final kill.
Perfectly.
Very great play.
Great by Strike to just play his life, take some damage, and call out.
Absolutely. That is, the first round we've seen where it kind of devolves from that first contact into like a more late game scenario, and Mountaineers play it right. Strike staying alive, like you said. I want to put more emphasis on this. Strike has been playing very well here in Search and Destroy, playing his life well, making some of the right decisions in some of the maps, or some of the rounds, excuse me. Just not coming out on top at the end.
Yeah, I mean he's 1-5, but sometimes Search and Destroy, like I think 2 or 3 times he's been the only one alive, which I mean you're not gonna win that round, right? Even if you get a kill.
Yeah,
not all kills are worth.
Exactly. What I meant was he's making the right plays, the right decisions. Just not coming out on top of those gunfights there. And Ciaro might find this plant. Finding the first blood, canceling that plant. It's going to be huge here.
I don't think they saw 6. I don't think they know that 6 is back.
It appears not. Ciaro goes down. J-Ray down already for Conestoga, so an even 3v3. It looks like Strike's going to try to fight this up top, but Tables and Ethan fall. Strike the last down again, and that's going to be Conestoga taking Skyline. Search and Destroy the map and game mode. We were saying the Mountaineers had the best chance to come out on top with. Conestoga wins 6-3. Not a great first 2 maps with Mountaineers. They're going to have to mount the reverse sweep to come back for this one.
Yeah, definitely a disappointing first 2 rounds for the Mountaineers. Had some promise, but I mean, it feels like they stuck to their game plan. 98 damage out of Strike is not great for a Search.
Not ideal. I don't want to take back what I said.
No, I mean, I think he played a couple rounds.
Looking at the stats,
I mean, he was just like we said at the beginning, the offense and defense runs through Yusuf, so like he's good. Like you're not gonna get as many challenge engagements if you're gonna be the last guy alive. So there's not really much he could do, anyways. Yeah, I mean, it just sucks because it appeared their game plan was to just go kitchen, get in those long AR fights, and Jay, Ray, and McFrizzy slaying them every time. So yeah, kind of just beating a dead horse here, just like in round 1, game mode 1. Jay Ray and McFrizzy win that for him.
Jerry McFrizzy coming out on top. Like you mentioned, I mean, Neb and Savvy both not looking like they're making too much of an impact. They're just there in the right spot, so if J-Ray goes down, they can get the trade.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Which is, I mean, that's how role players got to play, right? Which
absolutely.
With our 2 top guys, probably Ethan and Yusuf, need our 2 kind of role guys, kind of get those trades as well. But I mean, if the top guys aren't able to kill their top guys, it's just not going to be a winnable map, right?
That's a good point.
We really just need everyone to step up, to be honest. They played pretty well right there. It just kind of got outslayed. Will happen on Skyline.
The 3 rounds they won looked pretty good. But now we're moving on to the game 3, potentially the last map, if the Mountaineers cannot come out on top. And we're looking at, excuse me, the map was Hachi here. So, or Hasi. Whatever. I don't play COD.
Hacienda.
Hacienda. That's
Yeah.
what. That's one of the old
Oh,
Black Ops maps.
geez,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that one. I played the old Black
Okay,
Ops. Yeah, for sure.
I'm
We're
not
coming
too
in
familiar
here
with this map, to be honest.
Me neither.
I haven't played too much.
on a control here. This
Yeah, Control Hacienda. Obviously, I've watched a lot of the pro teams play it. But yeah, I didn't play Call of Duty back then, so I
Yeah.
don't really I didn't play the OG.
That's where I
games.
watched a lot of the pros. You know, I've moved away from that professional COD. The recent times, I only watch VODs, but be casting. And
Okay.
I was casting on a little bit shorter notice, so my notes are all typically statistics here tonight. But regardless, Hacienda, looking here, Hacienda at control. Another.
We need to get a win.
We need to get a win.
We need to get a win.
That was going to be my point. Another game mode West Virginia hasn't been too successful on. I've seen a lot of 2-0s. I've seen a lot of 2-1s. Haven't seen a lot of 2-1s, 2-0s in favor of the Mountaineers on this game mode. So we'll see who can come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Or,
always
excuse me,
say
3
that
2s, 3-0s.
we have the advantage in slaying, which
Mhm.
control, like a big thing. Obviously, like teamwork is big in control, but slaying is super important. And usually we'd have the advantage, right? But against these guys, do not have the advantage after what I've seen in the first 2 games, which means that we have to play together as a team. Because if you can isolate the Neb and the other guy, Savvy, yeah, exactly. You don't even remember them because they're never in the kill feed.
No disrespect.
No disrespect, of course. I mean, they're playing their role perfectly. Like
They are. They're
I'm a
playing
role.
well.
They're the backbone of any team, right? Everyone always talks about the stars, but nobody gives the role players some love. But anyways, if we can isolate those guys, get in engagements with those guys, rather than keep on getting in engagements, get outslayed and outgunned, then we can come out on top here and play together as a team.
Sure.
But if we keep on trying to hit everything one by one and just like kind of ego chow, then but hopefully we can rally here, play together as a team.
Hopefully we can rally. The Mountaineers are going to need to mount a reverse sweep if they want the win, if they want some good vibes going into their second match against Keanu, and if they want to start the momentum going toward playoffs so they're not forced into a super long postseason. They can get a better seed and kind of chill for a little bit. That being said, before this next map comes up, I think we have time for a bit of a 30-second break.
All right. I mean, and if you don't want the break, you can always hit that Twitch Prime sub for
Twitch
free.
For free. I haven't gotten word, so I'm going to assume that's a no.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, that's
regardless,
fine. We can yap a
more
little
to
bit
talk. Hey, more screen time for Mr. Noah up next year.
Well,
right?
honestly, I mean, we're DoorDash. My food is not even here yet, and I mean, yeah. I think this is just absolutely the worst way you can go into spring break. I was hoping that our spring break, we were going to lead into one.
Yep.
This is where stories start, right? You don't want to start up 2-0. That makes it no fun, right? You don't want to just be winning every time.
Make it a movie.
You want to make it a movie.
Yeah. Go 3-2. 3-2 for
Exactly.
the Mountaineers. Also, this last map, what do you want to see different? What do you want to see different from the boys downstairs? Because the vibes were high. We were talking about.
Exactly.
Ethan got his
The vibes are
pizza.
high, yeah.
Strikes intramural champ, had the khakis on, had the polo on. Tables went on a run. I'd imagine the vibes are not great now.
Yeah. But that's what's great about Control. I don't know. I don't really know anything, to be honest. I have no idea what to say.
No idea what to
hopefully
say.
we can get some kills.
Well, yeah, we're back in it.
Hopefully we can get some kills. I mean, there's really not. They're kind of letting me down. I'm not gonna lie. The boys are really letting me down, but it's okay.
Hopefully the guns work.
Yeah.
The SMGs
You just gotta
hit.
outslay 'em.
The ARs are accurate. Gotta outslay them here.
What
10
you need
seconds
is just
to go.
1, 2, or 3. That's all you need. You just need one good thing to go your way, and everything will kind of compound, and it's the snowball effect, right? So just need one good thing to go your way here.
Absolutely. We're
Couple
gonna
kills,
start here.
just this first engagement. Let's see what tables. We're gonna be watching him. We are on
Absolutely.
defense here first too. They are 4-hitting B. Looks like we're set up here. Great kill by Yusuf. Gets the 2-piece. One more. And gets the 3. There we go. There we go. That's all we needed.
The 3-piece to open it up. Noah spoke it into existence, and there's Ethan finding 2 kills of his own, looking for the
Bad
third swung
timing.
on with the
It's
with the
okay.
nade in his hand. It happens. Tables looking for 2 of his own, can't get the
That's
second.
okay. Good. Yep.
Like you
Great
mentioned.
call up by Tables, and now we are set up perfectly on defense.
Ciaro 5-0, 5 kill streak already. That might be what this team needed, like you said.
Yep, he heard me. He heard
heard
me.
it.
And that's all he just needed. He needed a fire underneath.
Yep.
That's fine. He finally goes down, but 6 kills is great out of him to start a map.
Need to see more here out of Tables and Strike. 2 and
should be
2 for
one.
Tables, 2 and
Great
0 for
kill.
Strike. Finding his second there, absolutely massive up here. Looking for a fight on stairs, taken out by
Fine, get the
McFrizzy.
trade. Great trade.
Massive trade
Just
by
keep on
Ciaro.
trading. Great 2-piece by Tables, and he's in a perfect spot. If we can get 2, which they get them, perfect. And now they're right back in their spawn, and Tables is in an unbeatable heady. He should get this next one. He's weak. Goes for the chow and gets McFrizzy. Great kill by Tables. He's on a 5. Gets to the 6. I mean, the boys are buzzing right now. Doesn't see him coming on the left. Is going to die, but should get traded out. Hopefully he called him out. Yep, nice.
Hey, you're up by 10 spawns, though. The Mountaineers just playing for spawns, and it's not going to matter. They win on time. Mountaineers coming out shooting there.
Yeah.
Coming out shooting.
The vibes are back. There we go. That's all we needed. And what's big there, too, is there was no tick by Conestoga. So, I mean, this 3-piece just started it, right?
You got it, Conestoga.
Conestoga. From Canada. Conestoga.
Ontario.
Okay, shout out.
Didn't know they were big COD players up in
Yeah,
up
I
in
didn't even
Canada.
know.
Well, they gotta be. St. Clair's good.
Didn't even know they had internet up there, to be honest.
That's just rude. Shout out Canada. We love Canada here. Unless you're good at esports, then we want to beat you.
J-Ray, 0-6, though.
Massive.
See what we had mentioned
Huge.
early, right? If we can
Shut
get
'em
their
down.
best player to not get early kills, not get his momentum going, it's a huge game for us.
Absolutely. Neb, the first to fall for Conestoga
Yep,
there. The Mountaineers
dead.
coming out up 2. Strike gets
3.
traded. Tables finding another kill on
They're
one
looking
player
for
streak.
J-Ray. J-Ray's just kind of playing like a little... Yep, J-Ray's going for the flank here, waiting for 1. Now you're going to be able to pinch here, Ethan. Hopefully Ethan can at least get 1 here. Down.
Looks
He
like
is not
J-Ray
able
might
to.
run into Strike here, but
It's okay. They were able to get 1 tick on B right there. That was a good play here. Right.
yeah, good play. Ooh, Strike. Player right on ladder. He has no idea. Both of them find each other. A bit of a headbutt there, but nobody goes down. Savvy does get taken out. I believe that was from Ethan. Now the Mountaineers a bit slower here. A lot slower than we saw during that first game in Tables. Gonna find a kill going down as well. Lives way more even here a minute in. So
As you can see, the trades are just coming through for the Mountaineers. You did not see that at all in the hard point. They're playing a lot more together as a team as they're able to get that second tick on B. Ethan with the drop shot is not able to kill him. Savvy gets him from behind. Tables is not able to get the trade. Oh, that would have been big. But hopefully Strike can play his life here. Gets the 2-piece. Just stay alive here, and he's not able to stay alive. But he's able to get big. But they got to get out of their hill now. Got to get out of this.
and J-Ray still 0-6. Hasn't died or gotten a kill yet.
No, I don't. I
in
just think
this.
it's not updating.
It might be not
I've
updating.
seen
That's
him
a good
get the
point.
kill.
Yeah, because I looked over and Sierra's still 8-2. We might need to refresh that somehow. I don't know how you refresh the in-game Codcaster.
Yeah.
Regardless, Sierra at 12-6, looking for another, make it 13 on that kill streak starting now. Ethan finding Oreo McFrizzy, Neb taking out Strike. So now the lives, 1 in favor of
Big kill by
Conestoga. Now
Ethan.
all
Stay
tied up.
alive here. Possible.
Only have
Yeah,
25
tried it
seconds. They
out.
got to keep that clock frozen for as long as they can.
Great trade by Tables. This is a big engagement by Strike. And Tables is able to get 1. Can Tables get the second one? He is not, but Ethan is able to get the trade, which is big. 1 more on B. It's Savvy. And Yusuf is able to get him, which should be able to... The Mountaineers should be able to get beat here. Big. They were not. They got killed off.
Got killed off. Not
Disregard.
ideal there. There's a bit of a gunfight there happening toward mid. Conestoga coming out on top. Ciaro finding a nice little headshot there, getting the kill. 16-7. Needs to contest this,
Yeah, he
though.
just
Only
had
7
no
seconds.
It looks like they're going for A. Get 1. And it's going to come down to search and destroy here. 7v6. Big 2-piece by J-Ray.
West Virginia, no more respawns remaining. Only 3 lives. It's going to be Ethan, Ciaro, and Strike. It's all up to them. The clock ticking down. B. So close, but 6 respawns left for Conestoga.
Oh, had to stay alive.
1v6 for Ethan, finding one.
Go for kills now if you're Ethan. 45 seconds. Yeah,
Ooh, the flank comes through. So many angles to worry about now if you're Ethan.
Gets
Let's find a
another
second.
If he can get
1v4.
this last one.
He's got 2 coming from behind.
Gets another one. Can he get one more?
Oh,
Oh,
the pistol
that
nearly. A headshot there might have given him the kill with the pistol, given him a 1v2 scenario, but Ethan's heroics could not keep up. 1-1, first to 3 here. 0-0, you're playing to 2 now.
Yeah, but that was a great round by West Virginia.
Yeah.
I mean, they got 5 out of the 6 ticks possible. I think they only lost the lane by 3. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're up on kills and they're up 5 on ticks. So, they're playing phenomenal right now, playing way better. And it's tough to win on offense. So, they were very close to winning. Loving the way the guys are playing right now. They're playing a lot more as a team, which is big. And hopefully they can set up a spawn trap here, just like they did. If they are able to do that, then they're going to be in a great spot to win.
Yeah, the kills and streaks still not updating. We apologize for that. It's going to be a bug in the Codcaster. Nothing we can do about it. Regardless, the Mountaineers need to fight for these points. Ethan looking for 2 here on stairs. Finds one, finds a quick double there with that Jackal.
Should be able to pinch them off feet here.
Oh,
what
the
a
dive
kill
on
by
the
Yusuf.
window.
Get one. And they get him. And Yusuf, you could see Yusuf is flying around right now. He hurt us. He hurt us, which he needed it. I'm loving this gameplay out of Yusuf right now. Loving the energy. He just needed to lock in.
Yeah, Ethan taking that the 1v7 vibes from that last map into this one. Well, Jeff Hardy off the top ropes out of that window a few seconds ago. Oreo McFrizzy, J-Ray each getting a kill. So now the lives, 2 in favor of the Mountaineers, so nothing crazy just yet. Ciaro will find a kill, looking for one more double swung. Nice kill by Neb indeed. Conestoga controlling B right now, almost to that first take. Ethan's trying to challenge it, but
this B push was all set up by Neb. He hurt us as well. Shout out Neb. That was a great play by him. It looks like Mountaineers are probably going to chalk B here, which is fine. They can still set up on A. They're still up on ticks by 2, but you just can't give up A here. That's going to be a big defense. 1 minute and 40 seconds. They're up 2 lives. Oh, no, they're actually down 3 lives. Excuse me. On the wrong side. Now it's going to be only down 1. Yusuf should be able to get this 3rd, and they get him. Perfect. And, yeah, if they can kill 3 here quick, they can set up a spawn trap. Get the trade, and they get the trade, but
I just noticed, I think it's also worth pointing out, Ciaro usually using that AR, holding a Jackal for now on that SMG. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's usually an AR player. I believe that's Strike in tables now on the AR for tonight. But regardless, West Virginia behind 2 now on lives. B fully controlled by Conestoga, looking to fight for this A site here. Ciaro can't find the second on stairs, getting stunned mid mag on that one, but 48 seconds remaining. Conestoga's got to get moving.
By West Virginia, which they get to, which is huge because Conestoga was posted up in A. They got to get a 4. They got to get a 4 wipe, and it's their 2 best player, J-Ray versus Frizzy, 2v2. They're pushing into our hill, and Ethan and yeah, they just couldn't find them. They were just playing like snakes in there. That was perfect by them. Finally get J-Ray out, but Conestoga's going to be posted up in A, and someone's going to have to make a play. Yusuf's going for it, pushing by himself, which don't love that. Gets killed by Neb, and now West Virginia's in a rough spot. This is going to be a tough hill to break. No more respawns.
And no more respawns. The Mountaineers, like you said, another tough break. When the game kind of slows down, they can't find those gunfights, and it's going to be Conestoga taking a 2-1 lead. It started off so well for the Mountaineers, and now they're
playing for their life right here.
They have to win 2 in a row here. 2 more full maps in a row to mount this reverse
Neb
sweep.
really made a play round. This nice little 2 kind of got them this hill. But what really West Virginia lost the map right here, or the round, excuse me, was when they got 2 dead. It was a 4v4. They got 2 dead, but Mick Frizzy and J-Ray were able to stay alive, kind of play like rats, stay hidden, and they weren't able to find them. Allowed their other 2 teammates, Neb and Savvy, to respawn, and then they were able to kind of be in WVU spawn, kill those guys out. Then they posted up in A, and then WVU wasn't able to recover. So They made a great play right there, staying alive. Because if they were able to 4-dead them there, it probably would have went WVU.
Absolutely. Now tables with the AR here looking for that angle on stairs. A player might be challenging here. Ethan, the first to fall for the Mountaineers. Need this control round, need to capture these sites. Haven't been able to do that yet on attack. Their only win comes from defending in that first round, I believe.
Yes.
Ciara 23 and 17 gets one, reach
Wow.
second, can't find it.
Don't love that, Chow. Should have just kind of kept on running.
Especially with such low HP, not giving himself time to regen. Tables now. Looking towards stairs again. Ciaro's going to challenge this as well. The slide through. The kill is found by Tables.
Just really been kind of going back and forth here. Trades by both teams. Let's see who can kind of string two together. And Neb, again. Neb is having a map right now. Another strong two-piece, and it's going to be tough for WVU. They have to stop the clock here. 20 seconds. Ethan gets one. Oh, team kill. That's two. 2 dead. 3 dead. Got to kill J-Ray. Get J-Ray. That's 4. This is big. Got to get on the hill. Someone's got to stop the clock.
Somebody's got to get on the hill. You only have, I didn't even realize you only have 5 seconds remaining.
On.
Spent all the fights and trades, and now you only have 4 seconds until you capture one of these hills.
2 dead. They're going to have to find the last 2. The last 2 are going for a flank. Hopefully someone calls them out. They give the last one. Last one's flanking. It's going to be 3. 5 doesn't turn around. That's fine. Get the trade. Great trade by Ethan.
Ciara needs
and
this
they're
one.
Able to get B. Great kills by Yusuf. And yeah, they're able to get B. All right, a minute. Up 3 lives and a minute. This has swung drastically for WVU, and it looks like they're going to try to string together. They're in a great spot. They're just going to have to find one, which they do kill one. Everyone else is going to be coming from the same spot. And
Ciara.
that's fine. That's fine. Yep, great trade.
It is fine.
All
Good
right,
trade.
it should be a WVU round win.
Should be a WVU round win indeed.
Over.
Making us sweat, making our bite our nails, a little bit of a heart attack almost. But Neb, J-Ray following it up, Frizzy following it up with a kill of his own, and it looked clean. And now the Mountaineers.
And Neb makes a play, and now it's breaking down for WVU. Everyone needs to reset. They're still up 1 life and just need 1 more.
Tables
tick.
needs it.
And
No,
Ethan
lives are
loses
even.
Fight, but gets the trade. 7v6. This is going to come down to search and destroy here. McFrizzy gets 1. Strike's not going to be able to get the trade. He doesn't know where he went. Needs to play together as a team here.
Lives are even.
They're
2 more
trying to find him.
respawns.
They need to find Oreo. He's in the spawn.
20 seconds
Yusuf's
though.
just going on his own. He's going to have to make a play. Neb gets Ethan. Yeah, this is just search and destroy. There's Oreo. They got him. Neb gets another one. Oh, wow.
The Mountaineers playing these maps a
Neb
little
makes
bit
another
longer
one.
than you would like, a little bit slower than you would like. Only 3 lives remaining. No more respawns for Concord Esports.
Oh, can he get this one to the
There's
right?
touch.
Can he
2
get him?
seconds.
Gets him.
Ethan finding it.
2v2.
It's a 1v2 for Ethan. Has the pistol out and can't complete the 1v2. The Conestoga Concords, I believe, right? The Concords are going to find the 3-0. Noah, I think, mimicking the reaction of all of us watching, a little bit deflated here. So close there on control. Couldn't come out on top. The Mountaineers started so well on this map and the first map, or the first round, excuse me. But coming down 3-0 win here for Conestoga.
Yeah.
Hitting
Neb had
3
a
and
great
4. The
game
Mountaineers
right there.
dropping to 1 and
29
5.
traded kills. Neb had a 7-kill streak. He really played well. Kind of held it down. McFrizzy in that last hill was big, kind of just playing like a rat in our spawn, just hide and go seek. They couldn't find him. The guy was like Waldo out there.
I think we have to mention that stat screen was not correct. A lot more kills we had than that we saw from both teams in that.
But
regardless,
I mean,
not a
that
great
was
showing.
A bad breakdown. Simple as that. I mean, A was in full control. I think they were up 10 lives almost and had 2 ticks on A. I mean, that has to be a win. That has to be a round win.
Gotta be.
So that's bad.
And it went to the end. It went to 4 seconds on B site. It went to a 1v2 with 9 seconds left for Ethan. But, faster to switch to your sidearm than to reload. Had to pull out that pistol. Could not come out the 1v2 at the end. Even though, the whole series, just the Mountaineers. The pace of Conestoga really controlled this. They came out on top and they just kept controlling the pace of play for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, I think
fear.
that's the biggest thing you highlighted it, pace. I think they were just moving faster. They were just moving, they were just moving better, So I think West Virginia just did not bring that pace at all. There was spurts where they had it, right? There were spurts, they were in that quote unquote flow state, but it wasn't there for a long time. And just once one bad thing happened, you could see, you could see it. You literally could see it. Everything just broke down, and they chalked it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's tough. That you at least wanted a map win or something, something to build on to go into this doubleheader. Because like I said in the pregame show, this is not what you want to happen in a doubleheader, right?
Vibes are going to be poor.
Your first game, it's like series, you get 3-0'd. It's going to be tough to win the second doubleheader, but hopefully, I don't think they're getting right into it. So hopefully, take a little break.
Yep. Their next one's going to be at 8:30. Which, speaking of, it's all the time we're going to have for COD tonight. We have to end this stream and prep for for Valorant, which is going to go live in like 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
So Valorant versus UST. We're going to end stream and restart it up for that because we have to change a lot of our setup stuff. So with that. If you want to catch that one and you don't want to miss the pregame, hit us with a follow on Twitch, hit that bell so you get the notification when we go back live. Like we've been mentioning throughout the night, if you want to hit us with a sub, hit us with a dono, whatever you can afford. It helps us create better content so you guys can enjoy WVU esports as much as we do. Thank you for sitting down for Call of Duty, Noah. It was a blast.
Yeah.
You did fantastic. I want to be the first to tell you. Very great job.
Thank you for the invite. I wish it went a little bit better, fellas, but There's the second series. I think we'll be all right for this.
I think Keanu should be good, but we won't be seeing Keanu. We'll be seeing Valorant versus UST after we end this stream. So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you back in a few minutes with West Virginia Valorant versus University of St. Thomas.
I try to get by something that I'm not into. My mind is paralyzed. Don't care, I